While the world teaches women to be more likable, she became unforgettable by being less visible, not due to concealment, but rather because she has ceased to engage in performance. While many are focused on crafting their image, honing their allure, and seeking validation, she is on a different path altogether, discovering the art of becoming. We've been presented with a concept, haven't we? To be cherished is to be selected. To be selected, we must be appealing. To achieve pleasure, we must embrace simplicity, quieter, shallower, simpler. Yet, the woman whom everyone fears to lose operates outside of that realm. She doesn't pursue the allure of being desired, for she emanates something far more unique. Completeness. Wholeness is not something that can be bought. It cannot be shared through posts, nor can it be glorified. It takes shape quietly in the shadows, during the times when no one cheers. What if an unforgettable presence isn't about increasing likability, but rather about embracing authenticity? What if your truest essence resides not in your appearance, but in your wholeness? This isn't a narrative focused on enhancing one's appeal. It reflects, beckons, and invites you to revisit what you've concealed, to endure. We're not pursuing strategies here. We're restoring essence. The woman who is truly cherished is not one who sought to be remembered. She is a woman who ceased to seek remembrance, and ironically became unforgettable. She stopped texting first. She deleted dating apps. She walked away from conversations that drained her, and suddenly the world started noticing what they had taken for granted. This is for you, the woman who has experienced deeply, restrained herself for far too long, and now finds herself on the brink of discovery. Here are the 7 intriguing paradoxes of feminine magnetism, not the kind that ignites fleeting interest, but the kind that transforms the atmosphere simply by its presence. Performance is not something you'll discover in this space. No gentle persuasion, no superficial allure, just the blaze of your own neglected essence, and the tranquility that encompasses it all. Let us commence. Carl Jung once stated, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, not who society expects you to become, not the form you shape to endure, yet the raw woman beneath the alterations, the one who came before you mastered the art of diminishment." Jung dedicated his existence to exploring the very subjects that many choose to evade: the depths of the mind, the hidden aspects, the fundamental structure of our inner landscape. He didn't instruct on self-improvement, he guided on self-examination. From that clash, from the union of your brilliance and darkness, your untamed spirit and wisdom, your fury and gentleness, authentic allure emerges. You don't recall individuals because they were perfect. They linger in your mind because they truly existed. Authenticity leaves a lasting emotional mark. It delves into the depths of the mind where few ever venture, not due to its efforts, but simply because it exists. In a realm captivated by deception, the remarkable woman stands as a vivid reality. She has faced her inner darkness, the aspects of herself she learned to conceal. The fervor, the longing, the allure, the hush, the tempest. She has navigated the landscape of her own contradictions and woven herself together from the fragments, not discarding what doesn't belong, but rather finding a role for each element within the entirety. This concept is what Jung referred to as individuation, the journey through which an individual transforms into their true self, shedding any pretense. It's not an act. It's a revelation. It's not about seeking validation from others. It's about gaining clarity within yourself. The remarkable woman has ceased to modify her existence for the sake of others' ease. She has ceased pursuing validation for qualities she does not respect in herself. She has stopped measuring her value by the impact she has on those around her. In this act, she takes on a symbolic role. Her vitality resonates through timeless symbols. To the man who is prepared, she transcends the role of merely being a woman. She embodies the essence of the soul, awakened and vibrant, the essence of the spirit, the harbinger of profundity, the call to the hallowed mystery, to the world. she transforms into a figure of legend, not due to her being more, but because she embodies completeness. Jung proposed that the mind is rich with symbols. What captivates us or instills fear often mirrors the aspects of ourselves that remain unintegrated. When one encounters a woman who has reached her full potential, it resonates deeply. They may not fully grasp it, yet it lingers in their minds. It creates a mark that is irreversible, as it stirs dormant aspects of their being that they had long overlooked. This represents a compelling allure. This evokes deep feelings from the past, not reliant on allure, charisma, or accessibility, yet in the undeniable essence of a woman who stands firm, unapologetic for her multifaceted nature. She possesses a gentle nature, yet carries an air of strictness. She offers her heart, and then she departs. She embodies a tapestry of contradictions, yet maintains harmony with all around her. That is what renders her indelible. If you find yourself observing this and sensing a pull within, it's because you've always understood that this strength isn't about seeking approval. It was about recalling your true essence. There's no requirement to master the art of attraction. It's essential to hold on to the essence of who you are. What about the next section? This is not a manual to adhere to. This is a solemn occasion of reflection. If this resonates with you, if it seems like someone is finally articulating what you've always felt, take a moment to like this video and subscribe, not out of necessity, but rather due to the essence of this space. Is it meant for women like you? Now, let's uncover the 7 contradictions of the woman everyone fears to lose. Since she never attempted to be captivating, she effortlessly embraced her true self. Secret 1. She makes no effort to leave a lasting impression. Confidential insight 1. She makes no effort to leave a lasting impression, and that is the reason she is. Her presence lingers, echoing in the silence long after she has departed. Not due to her intention to leave an impression, but because her essence resonated deeply in the moment you experienced together. She doesn't practice her dialogue or create portrayals. She pays complete attention. She perceives without the necessity of being perceived. In a realm captivated by grandeur, her tranquility stands out as truly memorable. Carl Jung revealed that what we suppress, we often cast onto others. Many individuals are like walking reflections, yearning for recognition as they have yet to truly recognize themselves. Yet she remained untouched. She has undertaken the journey of self-discovery. She requires no external affirmation. As she embodies authenticity within herself, that reality evokes a deep connection. You recall her not for her own distinctiveness, but for the way she allowed you to embrace your own identity. You never felt like you were being put on display. You felt understood. That's the contradiction. She has no need to seek approval, and that's the reason for your admiration. She requires no remembrance, and that is the reason you hold her close to your heart. She doesn't require the spotlight, and yet somehow, in her most subtle expression, she radiates light. Secret 2. She's no longer afraid of her shadows. She has cast aside her fears, no longer intimidated by the darkness that once loomed behind her. And that is precisely why her brilliance is so exceptional. Many individuals are apprehensive about exploring their own profoundness. They recoil from their anger, suppress their sorrow, express regret for their wants, and weaken their aspirations. Yet she does not. She has journeyed through her shadows, not to defeat them, but to comprehend them. She understands that her anger is not something to be afraid of. It serves as a guiding instrument. She understands that her yearning is not a sign of frailty. It serves as evidence that she is still among us. She understands that her shame is not a death sentence. It's merely a reflection of a youthful version that lacked the proper embrace. And Jung referred to it as the shadow, the aspects of our being that we cast away to endure. When you come to terms with your shadow, a remarkable transformation occurs. Cease the flow, cease the charade. Let go of the need to hold on to brightness merely for the sake of being adored. She does not embody purity. She doesn't require external validation to recognize her own value. She isn't hesitant to shed tears in the presence of someone who has truly deserved her honesty. She speaks her mind without hesitation. This doesn't render her chaotic. It clarifies her. Because her shadows are no longer in control from the sidelines, she has encountered it. It has been named, asserted it. The strength lies in the seamless connection. When you embrace the aspects of yourself that others encouraged you to conceal, you break free from their control. Secret 3. She embraces her contradictions. She openly embraces her contradictions. She hauls them like firewood, not for her own flame, but to bring warmth to the space. She doesn't seek completeness in others, for she has discovered it within herself. She understands that connection is distinct from completion. She refuses to sit idle, expecting rescue, avoiding the allure of half-hearted affections, refusing to accept a glance that perceives merely her exterior. She has already encountered her own essence, in isolation, in quietude, in the pain of being misinterpreted, yet opting to remain gentle regardless. Secret 4. She's emotionally sovereign. She doesn't embody independence as it's often portrayed in society. Protective, chilly, unassailable. She embodies independence at its core, emotionally independent. Her nervous system has stopped relying on external sources for safety. Her value remains constant, independent of the attention she receives. She can long for someone without falling apart. She is capable of loving someone while still remaining present. Jung explored the concepts of the anima and animus, the interplay of feminine and masculine energies within each mind, and she has united them within her being. She is complete on her own, without the need for a man to fulfill her, and that's exactly why she can embrace one without sacrificing her own identity. Her love is not born from desire. It arises from excess, and that transforms the entire landscape. She is whole as she is. She decides to reveal her wholeness. This quality sets her apart. This establishes her as the ruler. What renders her truly unforgettable? In a realm where countless souls vie for selection, she understands that her true strength lies in the act of selection itself. She selects solely from abundance. She is not emotionally straightforward, and that's why she remains etched in memory. She won't act as if your words didn't hurt. She won't pretend everything is okay when it isn't. She refuses to wrap her feelings in tidy words merely to maintain harmony, and that is what sets her apart. Many individuals have learned to forsake their genuine feelings in order to stay close to others, to maintain affection, to remain selected, to ensure safety. However, she has moved beyond that. She's not here to maintain a deceptive calm. She has arrived to experience the authenticity of life. She doesn't overreact. She's not unsteady. She merely exists. Jung suggested that the aspects we refuse to acknowledge about ourselves become more influential in our lives. Yet she does not refute the depths of her inner world. She resides within it. She understands the landscape of her own sorrow, her personal longing, her personal letdown. Her fluency in her own emotions prevents her from being overwhelmed by them. She mounts them. She doesn't control others. She expresses freely. She remains calm. She conveys. And when she does, it creates a lasting mark. Not due to her imposition, yet her truth strikes a chord. One cannot easily erase the memory of someone who evokes genuine emotions. Indeed, she does. Simply by embracing her true self without reservation. In a realm where polite girls nod with vacant stares, she stands out as the one who firmly declines, her conviction resonating through every fiber of her being. And somehow that no transforms into a sort of invitation. When she finally says yes, it comes from a place of genuine choice. Not fear, it's genuine. And you sense it. Secret 5. She embodies softness as strength. She can make her voice resonate without raising it. She has no need to demonstrate her strength, for she is fully aware of it. Her strength lies beyond mere performance. It exists, and that essence is anchored in something that only a handful of individuals have genuinely experienced. Wholeness of existence. She doesn't bend to seek affection. She doesn't don a shield to earn respect. She resides in that unique, wild in-between, where gentleness and resilience coexist harmoniously. They complement one another perfectly. Jung revealed that the feminine embodies strength, not fragility. It is an enigma. It is profound. It is a whirlwind of disorder and innovation. When a woman embraces her true softness without compromise, it transforms into a force that others begin to adapt to. Her strength is not defined by the need to overpower. Her gentleness doesn't plead for safeguarding. She doesn't use her vulnerability as a tool for manipulation or deceit. She truly embodies it. She weeps, leaving the reason shrouded in silence. She departs without feeling the need to explain her absence. She stands in a room, unwavering and unapologetic, refusing to diminish herself for the sake of others' comfort. Because she's finished seeking approval to be herself. Her strength is proactive. It's not about dominance. It revolves around inner strength. In a realm filled with facades, such a profound sense of inner authority resonates deeply within individuals, stirring their very essence, not due to her efforts to rid herself of them. Yet, it's as if she has finally found her footing. Secret 6. She owns her mystery unapologetically. She simply will not conform to expectations. There's an elusive quality about her that defies description. This is serious business. It's not a strategy. It's not a lure. It's that she will not diminish her complexity to ease your discomfort. She's not a mystery, yet she possesses depth. She understands that those layers must be unveiled gradually. They were never intended to be, because she isn't a label. She exists as a unique entity. Jung discussed the concept of archetypes, timeless echoes of the spirit that reside in each of us, and she does not execute them. She personifies them. She carries all the seasons of womanhood softness, power, rebellion, nurturing, and wisdom in a single breath, not in disguise, but in spirit. Having delved into these archetypes within herself, she remains free from being confined to a single identity. She embodies multiple facets of womanhood. She embodies everything. That's why she remains an enigma. She catches you off guard, not through tricks, but through her profoundness. One moment she's fierce, the forthcoming excruciatingly delicate. In one fleeting instant, she creates a sanctuary for your sorrow. Then she strides away, not glancing back, not due to her unpredictable behavior, yet she acts from a place of inner authenticity. Rather than being swayed by outside influences, she cannot be owned by you. She cannot be diminished. She isn't something you can simply unravel like an equation. Because she exists beyond resolution, she arrives to be seen, encountered, honored. If you fail to meet that expectation, she will walk away. Not from malice, but from a place of dignity. She lacks an air of enigma. She defies simplicity. In a realm fixated on classifications, such intricacy becomes irresistibly alluring. She is not in need of selection. And that's precisely why she is Secret 7. She no longer seeks to be chosen. She has moved beyond the question, am I enough? Since she has provided a response, for her own sake, her value is no longer a pawn in another's uncertainty. Her heart is not on hold, awaiting a rightful owner. She makes her choice, not out of resentment, not out of arrogance, from clarity, for she possesses a truth that many would never have the courage to accept. Her energy is something truly special. Her presence transforms the atmosphere of any room. Her attention is not something one is entitled to. It's a treasure. Carl Jung suggested that many individuals find themselves ensnared in unawareness, playing out predetermined roles, characters woven from familial influences, cultural narratives, and apprehension. Yet she has unraveled those ties. She no longer functions based on her past conditioning. She draws from her core. That's the reason she remains unattached, fails to deliver, doesn't seek validation for love. She embraces solitude. She shares a deep connection with it. By not seeking to be selected, she transforms into someone who cannot be replaced. The opening lacks an engaging element, no deception. Charm should never be a disguise for neediness. only she remains, and that suffices. In a realm where countless women yearn for recognition, she recognizes her own worth. That vision draws you in irresistibly, not due to its need for focus, yet it exists in its entirety. You have now encountered the paradox. She leaves a lasting impression, not due to her adherence to a specific set of guidelines. However, it was due to her breaking them, not out of defiance. Yet from the act of recalling, she no longer wishes to fulfill every role for everyone. She aspires to embrace her entire being, for her own sake, in that instant of taking back her power. The entire atmosphere surrounding her transforms. She ceases to bargain with her own instincts. She ceases to seek validation from others regarding her worth. She ceases to articulate the reasons behind her overwhelming emotions. Demands excessively, overwhelms entirely, as it finally becomes clear to her. She was never excessive. She was never intended to be experienced in fragments. Jung expressed that the journey of individuation, of discovering your true self, is not for the timid. It necessitates the relinquishment of past identities. Sometimes it necessitates solitary strides. It demands confronting the aspects of yourself that you were conditioned to dread, to stifle, to cast away. Yet, as you tread that journey, a subtle and steadfast transformation occurs within you. You cease to perform and begin to embody. You cease your efforts and begin to recall. From that point, your essence carries the task forward. Your completeness radiates an irresistible charm. You are now a person who embraces independence and self-sufficiency. You are the one who understands the depths of your own being. Indeed, the world resonates with that sentiment, even if it remains unexplainable, even if it lacks the language. Individuals are captivated by that which eludes definition. What remains unnamed often holds the essence of truth, and your essence personified, that is an extraordinary beauty found only in the most unique corners of the world. This journey is not about becoming, it's a journey of shedding layers, shedding the facade, the imitation, the sacrifice, the cast, until only the woman who has always existed beneath remains. The individual who never sought to be recalled, for she was always present within herself from the start. If this reflection awakens something in you, don't just scroll away. Subscribe and come back every week not for advice, but for remembrance